Welcome to the CMO Spotlight, and I'm here with Amy Comeau, who is the Vice President of Marketing for Emory Healthcare.
You have to have a plan. You also have to know that the plan you have may not work out. I've been described a lot as a collaborative leader. I can relate to a lot of people, and I'm very collaborative. So I see, this is going to sound corny, but I see the good in everybody. Like, I'm always assuming goodwill and figuring out, okay, how can we bring people together that maybe not on the same frame of mind or just don't really understand it. And that's what we have to do in marketing, is that we're working with different parts of the organization and having to bridge them together. And so I think that's one of the things that I do really well. For me, one of my core values is family first. And I mean that in that I'm taking this day off because of something I'm doing with my son. I'm not afraid to share that and say that's why I can't be at a meeting or I can't be somewhere, because I want my team to understand that they can do that too. What value I want to see in people that work for me: resourcefulness. There was one that we did more recently. It was pre-pandemic. And it was when we really looked at when we brought on our new agency, and it's like, how do we make sure that we're telling the story of the Emory brand overall and the different service lines that we have, but in a way that is not chest beating and talking and doesn't look like, all the hospital advertising you're going to see with somebody on a gurney or people running down the hall and a doctor, in a mask or that kind of stuff. And so we really did a lot of research to brand the user, kind of like choosy moms choose Jif. So we focused on telling the story, not from a patient testimonial, but as a person just walking down the street, talking about if you or someone you love need cancer, or here's what Emory's all about. And so we did that. And there was a big advertising, a broadcast advertising campaign that went with that. But then we layered in with that, our performance marketing. So paid search, email marketing, direct mail marketing, direct to physician marketing. And we were able to build this campaign in a way that was quite successful. We saw the largest call volumes we'd seen in a while. We got a lot of great feedback about employee pride. Our development office and our careers offices said they saw increases in donations and also applications. That wasn't an intended target of the campaign, but a well-done campaign will hit many different metrics for you, even if you're only targeting one. The one that I rely on to this day is one from my mother. Amy, it stops with the more mature. And maybe that's why I'm such a collaborative leader. You can spend your time arguing with somebody, but it's not going to stop until somebody is an adult. So for me, it stops with the more mature has been something I come back to over and over again. I can't change that person. So think about how you can change your approach for a better outcome. I love Publix because we have been living in the same place so we've been married 20 years. So we've been here in the same house for 20 years. I remember when the Publix up the street was built, and once this Publix opened, I mean, they know us. There are people that are still working there today that when it opened, it's the same sort of personal connection you get there, just on a much more intimate and day-to-day scale. And then I love their advertising too. You can spot their brand ads. I don't know that they need their brand ads, frankly, because I think they're such a strong brand, but those brand ads, you spot them a mile away. And tell me one that hasn't made you cry, because I don't know one that hasn't, especially at the holidays. That doesn't, kind of get you going. And it's a pretty consistent experience when you go. I mean, my parents will come here like, oh, we love your Publix. And they're only, they only come here a couple of times a year. And the other thing I love is that they're mission. They employ people who might not think are employable.